Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my little side of the internet where we just talk about whatever we want and have a good time. I've been out in the garden. Surprise, surprise. I'm just in the garden as much as I could possibly be. Started the day at the pony club with Beckett. He takes horse riding lessons and he is 9 months in. And today was his last lesson till the end of summer, but he is going to summer camp too, which he is very excited about. Bonnie will get to start her lessons in July. She'll get to go to like a pony camp, and then she'll officially start in August, which is very exciting. We love horses. They just had a baby miniature horse. No, she's a Shetland. Mama's a Shetland. Not sure who the daddy was, but the baby is just the cutest little thing you've ever seen. And it's just so sweet. And I'll let you pet him. They got 2 new ponies, 2 new horses. So we love going to the horse barn. It's our favorite day of the week. What else has happened? Oh, yes. So I started tomato plants in the greenhouse before. And so there was a learning curve. I was certain I would have a learning curve, and there was. And we had one really hot day, and all of them fried. And since then, I have learned, I have a system now, so that doesn't happen. And I have other tomato plants and cucumbers growing in there, but they are itty bitty babies because life happened. But I'm going to continue to grow them in the greenhouse for learning experience. I don't know that I'll get any fruit off of them this year. But there were a few varieties that I was trying to start from seed. They got fried, and I found them today at Tractor Supply. So I got Black Cherry, Mr. Stripey, and Midnight Queen. I can't remember the other one. Anyways, I lucked out and found some of those at Tractor Supply, so immediately bought those, put them in the garden, and yeah, just been working all day inside the community. New things to come for those of you who are inside the community. I know most people who are in the community are probably on the Zoom call with Dr. Berry right now, but I'm happy for those who came to hang out with me. Yeah, so Ken just did on his channel the premiere for the documentary Animal. I didn't watch it. I was busy working. I was on a meeting. But I think it looks good from what I've heard. It's going to be a really well done documentary, so that's very exciting. Thank you, Susanna. I've had these for years. Somehow they have survived all the moves. They're from Buckle, and I promise you, they're 5 years old at least. But I love them. They're like laser cut out wood. Super cute. I'm sure they're made of something terrible, but whatever. Hey, Katie's. So much Nisha this week. I know. Loving it. When do you plan on adding horses to the farm? As soon as I can. If I could do it today, I would. But I also want to find the right horse for me. Finding a pony for the kids is going to be easy because there is a rescue program that my trainer is associated with who they train up the Shetland ponies and then they sell them, or no, I would adopt one and then they would work with me and like we would continue the relationship. And I would also get a horse from this program too. I'm just waiting for the right horse to come along. So I have a bit of patience. I've learned patience in my life. And October will be a year since I got back into horse riding. So I'll probably be more seriously looking to add a horse to the farm after October. And you don't ever want to buy one horse, so we would have definitely at least a pony and a horse, if not 2 ponies. Sharon put Dr. Berry on pause to watch me. Ooh, I feel very special. Oh my goodness, what? No. I looked up your fantasy gypsy horse and I agree, they're gorgeous. I know. Gypsy Vayner, if you're looking to just see how beautiful this horse is. It is so beautiful. I like every horse I've ever seen that's a Gypsy Vayner. I'm like, I want it. Hey, bro. What's new book What's new in Book World? Okay. I needed to show you my TOG Stanley cup after watching your video talking about the Stanleys. Okay, well, to be fair, I have a Stanley that I very much love. I still maintain that I hate the shape of it, but it is a Court of Thorns and Roses themed, and it is gorgeous. But I wish it was on a different cup. Okay, so I'm reading right now. I'm still working my way through Demon Copperhead because I want to read it, not listen to it on Audible, because I think this is going to be, and it is, so far it's an amazing book. And if it's something really substantial, I don't like listening to it on Audible because I want to be fully immersed. And when I'm listening to Audible, I'm usually I'm multitasking. But I did just finish an Audible book called The Perfect Divorce, and it's a sequel to The Perfect Marriage, which I read several months ago, and I gave that 4.5 stars, I think. It was really good. The sequel was really good too. So it's a suspense thriller, and it got me again. The first one got me, and I thought I had this one figured out, but I didn't. Hey Neighbor in Paris, Tennessee. Oh. Anyways, I finished that, and I started Wayward by Amelia Hart. And it's got a garden aspect to it. That's why I picked it. It's pretty good so far. Yeah, everybody's very excited about the animal documentary. Oh, Shannon, thank you. I've had these overalls for about as long as I've had these earrings, and they are from American Eagle, but they have rips in them, and they're about to rip themselves in half, I'm afraid. Oh, Brittany, that's lucky. I mean, I kind of do that because I don't own the horses I ride. I go there and I ride them, and then I come home and I don't have to do anything else. It's really the dream. And if I want to ride more, I would text her and be like, hey, I want another lesson. I could go more than I do. I just don't have time for it right now. I wish I did. Erna. Hey, Nisha, I'm excited to learn and hear about how you convert from keto to ketovore, how you define what you follow. I'm new to your channel, but not to Dr. Berry. Welcome. So keto to me is you're including lots of things. Like you're not really limiting yourself to anything. You're allowed to eat any low carb vegetable. You're allowed to eat any type of meat. You're allowed to eat keto products. You're allowed flexibility. Carnivore, you're not. You're only eating animal products. You're not eating any vegetables. Most carnivores, if they're being purists, don't eat any seasonings. Very few are that strict, but some are. They only allow salt. So ketovore is like the in between. Lily. That was bound to happen. So I eat 90% of my diet is meat or animal products. Ground beef, chicken, shrimp, fish, eggs, some types of cheeses. And then I have a few vegetables that are my go-to that I know me with my autoimmune disease, I can tolerate really well and they don't cause me any problems. So that's what ketovore to me means. It's mostly meat, but you have a few accessories. It's carnivore with benefits, but it's not quite as flexible as keto would be. And I don't track calories. I don't track carbohydrates anymore. I know exactly what's on my plate. I've been doing this 7 years. I don't track protein. I don't track fat. I listen to my body, but like I said, I've been doing it a long time. But we talk about this in the PhD community a lot. That's my thing in there is to talk about carnivore and ketovore transitions back and forth and how to find your cozy little place on the proper human diet spectrum. So I hope that helps a little bit. Before we get too far into this, I do have my code over here. You can scan the QR code to get a free sample pack of Element, and I will put the link on the screen too. Who has tried the lemonade salt? And who saw the video of Beckett and Bonnie with their lemonade stand? How cute was that? So you can get a free sample pack when you go buy your lemonade salt. It's limited edition, so if you want to try it, probably go ahead and get it. I feel like this one's going to do so well. They keep it, but maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. This is my favorite flavor that they have ever come out with. It tastes similar to the lemonade that my grandma used to make when I was little, which was a powdered form. You probably know what. I don't think I'm allowed to say the brand when talking about Element. But this particular brand of lemonade that my grandma used to make this tastes just like it to me. And so it's very nostalgic. And I like it. Now, I don't drink very many of the flavored packets because I'm a little sensitive. Who was on the live yesterday with me and Melissa? I can't talk lately. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Motherhood is exhausting. Citric acid bothers me, and citric acid is in all of the flavors, so I can like have one every now and then, but I prefer the raw, unflavored. This one gets me. I really, really like the lemonade salt flavor a lot. I have some ideas of how I can use it in some recipes, maybe. But I'm also going to show you guys how to make your own lemonade that is sugar-free. And I think you guys are going to like that. And Arnold Palmer, which I have a hard time saying. I used to live in Orlando, and that's a big deal in Orlando, in golf country. So the first time I heard that, I was like, what is the Arnold Palmer? I thought it was an alcoholic drink. So it's half tea, half lemonade. And I guess he invented it or something. But this probably would make a very tasty Arnold Palmer too. So if you're into that, go check them out. And you get a free sample pack when you go to my link over here. And you can try the other flavors. But I'm sure most of you have already tried most of their flavors. But I love it. So thanks, Element, for sending me plenty of lemonade salt, because if I run out, when I run out, I'm going to be very sad. Very sad indeed. Oh. Nisha on my phone, Dr. B on the iPad. That's funny. Always be kind. How do you make your protein powder ice cream? Well, when I had a Ninja Creamy, is that what it's called? I have the recipe on my YouTube channel. Me and Beckett make it. I think it's a me and Beckett video. And I use lactose-free milk. I use Fairlife milk. Full fat, though, not the 2%. Do not use the 2%. It's disgusting. The whole milk. Equip chocolate protein powder that's made from the beef isolate. It's not whey. I don't use whey protein ever. It's beef isolate protein. I think it's sweetened with stevia, I want to say. Maybe monk fruit. Anyways, it tastes just like a Frosty from Wendy's. It's so good. And I think I have added an egg before, just to like, I don't know why. Ken told me to. I'm pretty sure he was like, put an egg in there. He's the kind of person that's like, put egg in everything. And so I would just use the Ninja, blend it up, stick it in the freezer, take it out, put it in the Ninja, spin it down, Ninja. See you guys. And I also have put strawberry chunks in it and made like chocolate covered strawberry ice cream. I think I might get another Ninja Creamy because I really loved making that ice cream with the Equip protein powder, which I have a discount link to. Should be below this video. I think it's just Nisha. I want to say it's Nisha, and it gets you some money off. It's an affiliate link, to be fair. Like, I don't care if you use the link or not, but I have to tell you it's an affiliate link, which means I make like 50 cents if you use my Equip Premier protein link. That's my favorite flavor. I have tried their other flavors, but it's just not as good. Hi, sweetheart. I love you, Betsy. Lemonade Element is awesome. It really is. Like, I don't like all other flavors. You guys know that, but this one, jeez, they did a good job. I think they will, Joanna. I think they will keep it. How could they not? You know, this is flying off the shelves. It's the perfect summer flavor. Honestly, how come they haven't already had it? It's perfect. If they could do a strawberry lemonade, honestly, I've done strawberry lemonade using this, just adding strawberries to the lemonade. Like, it's good. Wasn't the lemonade stand adorable? Yeah. Hey, John. What's up, man? I can't wait for you guys to see the house either. I'll take you up there. Oh, I'm going to answer a few more questions, and then I'll tell you why the house is taking so long this time, because there have been many hiccups along the path. Met you in Tennessee last year at Low Carb for Better Health. A friend with Hashimoto's has asked me questions that I would like to get help with. Are you in the community, the PhD community? You can join my live streams in there and ask questions. You can also ask Dr. Berry questions in there. He's on a live stream right now. Oh, I'm so happy you're getting a new baby. What you gonna name it? Tarzan. Okay, it's your baby. Have you guys seen that? It's been going around. I love Tarzan, the movie, the Disney movie. Did I pronounce it wrong? Oh, I did pronounce it right? Did I? Juliana. That's beautiful. Listen, I get it. People pronounce my name wrong all the time. They're like, hello, Dr. Barry. Naisha, good to see you. Yeah, Brittany, I have a Tasty air fryer. I used it in one of the videos that I just posted. I really like it. So I have the Tasty air fryer and I also have a discount code for the Tasty air fryer, link below too. I have the Cuisinart stainless steel air fryer and I use them both because they both work differently. I use them for different things. And I hate having things on the counter, but because I use them both so often, I allow it. But yeah, absolutely love it. The temperature probe that it comes with, super cool. It makes the best crispy chicken. It makes the best salmon. Like I would never use it for that type of, you know what I mean? Like the stainless steel one doesn't crisp up the chicken quite the same way the Tasty does, and it doesn't crisp up the salmon quite the same that Tasty does. They're different, but the same. Yeah, Soleil water. You can definitely use Soleil water and replace from electrolytes. Oh, you know what, Lillian? That's a great idea. What should I sing if I sang something up there? But the acoustics are chef's kiss. I have been singing up there. Every time I go up there, I do the Elsa thing from the second one. Ah, because the acoustics are so good. And Bonnie, when she's with me, she does it too. She sounds like Olaf. I'll be like, ah, and she'll go, ah. It's so cute. How many packets of this do I drink a day? Usually one. But if I'm really like working, it's not been that hot this May in Tennessee. It's bizarre. It's been exceptionally cool, like in the 60s. Wild. But if it was hot, like it's going to be next month, 2, because I'd be sweating. Mary, did you ever sing in a band in Nashville? You have a beautiful voice. Thank you so much. I sang with bands, but I was never in a band. I just never had the opportunity. I totally would have, but I was always in the middle of some life-altering event in my 20s. In my 30s, actually. If I ever write a book, y'all are going to be like, wow. Because y'all don't even know. Y'all know 5%. Anyways, I would have. When I was young, very young, I think I was 17, I got invited to be in a girl band. Remember when girl bands and boy bands were like a big thing? I had auditioned and they invited me to do it, but we were poor. Like there was no way my family could travel to LA and do all the things that were necessary for me to like do that. So I missed that boat, but it all worked out. Dusty, what are your thoughts on gluconeogenesis? Gluconeogenesis is a normal thing your body does, and it is not a bad thing, and people blow it out of proportion, and there's a lot more nuance to it than just like, it's turning everything into sugar. Don't worry about it. I don't. But I mean, if you want to worry about it, you're more than welcome to, but let me just tell you how much I worry about it. 0. The nada. Zilch. There's not a day when I eat all protein. And I eat a lot of protein. When I want to eat protein, like it's a lot. And I'm never going, wow, I really hope gluconeogenesis doesn't ruin my day. Like, no, that never crosses my mind. Y'all, welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm a petty, sarcastic, silly little woman. And this is my side of the internet where I get to do what I want. So welcome if you're new. Do we have any new people? Which company, John? You lost me. Element? I mean, it is a little pricey. Or tasty. Theirs was reasonable. That's another thing about the Tasty air fryer. It's like very reasonably priced, shockingly so. They were at some seminar I was at, and they were selling the air fryer. And one of my friends was like gonna buy one, and she's asked how much it was. And we were both like, our jaws dropped when they told us how much it was. I was like, okay, I want one too. Like, that's nothing for an air fryer. That's very good for all that it does. Hey, Ashley, what are we feeding the kiddos these days? Dirt. My 2.5-year-old is very opinionated. Oh, well, your 2.5-year-old and my 2.5-year-old must be on the same wavelength. Although Bonnie does eat, she's just stuck in her ways. Both my kids are just like me. They eat the same thing every single day. We start the day with sausage every day. Every day. Sometimes bacon. Most of the time sausage, which I cook in the air fryer. Bonnie will eat eggs, but she has to have cheese on them. And then she mostly eats the cheese. Pork steaks on the grill, specifically with Primal Steak seasoning for Beckett. Bonnie likes steak and pork steaks. We do burgers on the grill. We do hot dogs on the grill. Pretty much anything out there on the grill they're eating. My chicken nuggets are always a good go-to for 2.5-year-olds. They tend to really love them. Did Tasty have a recall? They did replace the basket for me. So, like, if that was a thing, they fixed it already. From what I know. I don't know. I didn't do a whole lot of research. When they sent it to me, I was like, cool, new basket. And I just threw the other one away and put the new one in. I didn't ask any questions. I'm too busy to be concerned. I was like, okay, cool. Boom. Oh, dude, Ricky, wrong channel for that. I got no ideas about ivermectin. Like, I have no idea anything about it. I'm not being mean. I just genuinely, I'm just like uneducated on it. Oh, he's living on Chopples. I mean, Ashley, there is worse things your kid could be eating. Let him eat it. You know, at a certain point, kids just have safe foods, I think, especially if they're on the spectrum. Like, I have friends that their kids are either on autistic or on the spectrum, and they have safe foods. And I think every child has safe foods. We just don't pay attention as often if they don't have like a diagnosis or something. And I think it's fine. So yeah, don't worry about it. Good job, Mama, for being a good mama and caring. Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah, Becca's the same way. Round food, stick-looking food. Same food, different shape. So funny. Hey, Brown Rose. Is that Hobby Lobby? Do they have a sale going today? I haven't been to Hobby Lobby since the last time I told you guys I wasn't going to Hobby Lobby anymore because I wasn't going to buy decorations. And here I am, my last video. If y'all haven't watched, I put 2 vlogs up this year. Ay, diva. Adios mío. Okay, this week. And then I'm doing a live stream today. So if you would like to binge watch Nisha, there's this live stream and 2 other vlogs that you can watch. And I show you food. I show you garden. I show you flowers. I show you shopping. So, you know. Hi, Sandy in Florida. I miss living in Florida sometimes, but usually not. Okay, back to the house. So the reason we have halted 3 months, nothing has been done in this house. 3 months. Nothing. Do you know why? Tariffs. My trim has been stuck wherever it was on its way to me for 3 months. But it's fine. It's fine. So the contractor's like, I don't know, could be here tomorrow, could be another month. Go ahead and start doing what you want to do with the decoration stuff and picking your paint and all that, because when they come in, we're going full speed ahead, Scotty. And I was like, okay, great. So, and then they came and put the generator in, and they put it on the wrong side of the house. I'm going to have to take y'all up there. So the house is here, and then the garage studio is here. And in between those 2 buildings, I'm going to have a rose garden courtyard, just full of roses, David Austin roses, if I can pull it off, little by little, and like beautiful British cottage garden, whimsical, lovely, and a water feature in between there. Okay, there's not much room. There's probably like 30 yards maybe in between the buildings. And they came to put the generator in because here in Tennessee we have a lot of tornadoes and all kinds of winds, and like we lose power often. And we lost power for a full week one time, and Ken decided, we don't have a generator right now, but we did in Nashville. Ken decided that we needed a generator in the new house because we're going to have huge meat freezers up there for the sheep when we have them processed, so we're going to have a lot of meat. We need to be able to keep it cold, right? They come in, they put it right smack dab in the courtyard area, and I was like, I called Ken because I was up there dreaming about one day living in this house 3 years later. And I was like, what is this thing on the side of the house? And he was like, the generator stuff. And I was like, but it's going to be right here. So he called them and they had to move it. And then they put the thermostat right in the middle of the dining room wall. Okay, I'm very into interior design. Those of you who've been around, you know this about me. Like, I love decorating. I love it. Imagine a beautiful wall. And in the middle of it, not to the end, not to on the edge, in the middle of it is a thermostat. Why? Not in a hallway. Not on the side of the kitchen. No. In the middle of the dining room wall. Anyways, so they had to come and move that. And a few more other things. I was like, oh my God. If I had to do it again, I would not build a house. But honestly, what else could I do? Because I'm not moving away from this land. So I guess I wouldn't. What color roses? I love all colors. And I know that's so, like, if a gardener person, like a real master gardener, saw my rose garden, they would probably be like, what a cluster. Because you're supposed to be tonal about your gardens. I'm not. I'm whimsical and eclectic, and I'll have every type of rose and every color rose, and it just will be crazy Alice in Wonderland looking stuff. Melissa, yeah, you should go check out her stuff. She has a new collection she just put up. So everything is limited edition because she makes it by hand. By herself. So she's always coming out with new designs. I told her she needed, Brittany, if you're still on here, I told her she needed to do an ACOTAR and Throne of Glass themed collection. She was like, okay. So she's working on that. I'll let you guys know when she comes out with it. Really? I would be surprised if it didn't, because all the other flavors do, but maybe. Yeah, they were little cameos. I took them out because I went, what was I doing? I had to take them out for something. I can't remember. And then I put these in this morning because I thought they went better with the overalls. But they're so cute. Blue roses. You know, I don't know that I've ever seen a blue rose. Are they purple? This is something in gardening that drives me bananas, calling purple flowers blue. And I know why, because I did my research, but still, it bothers me. That's purple. What will you do to the house you are in right now? So this will be a business center where we can have our packages delivered, because we get tons of packages. You would not believe the amount of stuff we get sent that we don't tell you anything about because we don't like it. And we're not just going to tell you stuff that we don't like. You know what I mean? We get sent tons of packages. And in this house, like, we just constantly have cardboard boxes just piling up and piling up and piling up. So I don't want that in the new house. This will be mail center, business center. It will also be where I start my seeds, because the greenhouse is not heated and I don't know that I'm going to be able to heat it. So I'm going to start seeds in here, move them to the greenhouse. I'm also going to turn this into a chicken brooder, indoor chicken brooder, so that the baby chicks will be nice and cozy and we can interact with them more. So you're going to be seeing a lot of indoor chicken content at some point. And then we're also going to set this up for processing our lamb. So, because eventually we would like to process on site. We also like to do broiler chickens, which are the chickens you raise for meat, and process them here, similar to what Greg Judy does. Not Greg, Judy. Joel Salatin. So this is really going to grow. I'm going to start a flower farm. Who am I? I'm going to start a flower farm. Y'all think I'm kidding? I'm not. And so that's what this will be. So this is also, there's this new trend that is probably a very small niche of people who know about it, but I know about it because I'm on a weird side of Instagram about naming your house. And I feel like this is probably done a lot in other countries, but not in America. So I'm naming this house and I'm going to name that house. And I'm still figuring out the name for that house. But I'm going to name this one Hummingbird House because it attracts a lot of hummingbirds, and it always has. My grandma always fed the hummingbirds. Some of my core memories are because hummingbirds would just flock to her in the spring and summer. And they have come back here now with all of my flowers. And I swear they remember that she took care of them. And that was her favorite bird, hummingbird. She just loved hummingbirds. And when she passed away, I had the same day we buried her, a hummingbird came up to me and just looked at me. And I was like, it's Grandma telling me it's going to be okay. Listen, I was very attached to my grandmother and my grandfather, very close. So this is going to be called Hummingbird House. Not sure what I'm going to call that one. It hasn't shown its character to me yet, but we're going to get there. No, Steffi. No, I don't have enough to do. I need another thing to do. Seriously. I know. But I love to keep busy. And this is something the kids could help me with. And then we'd have a little flower stand and sell. I already have a whole business plan. I've already mapped this out. It's not just I'm going to start. I already talked to people. We're already doing the thing behind the scenes. Okay. And the kids that's going to be one of their first businesses because I want to teach these kids how to work early. Of course, I'm going to do most of the work, but you know what I mean. It's part of their education because we homeschool. And then, when they get older, they'll get a different kind of job, but this will be good for them, I think. Joanna, I love messy gardens. My parents called me the gypsy when I was a kid because of my different life outlook and my taste in clothing. I got a little gypsy in me, for sure. Good for you. Incubating chicken eggs in my apartment kitchen. Long story. I'm so proud of you. Where there is a will, there is a way. Yes, lavender also. So I have a lavender. I've just bought another lavender bush, but I have a lavender bush that has just thrived. For years, I tried to grow lavender, and I just loved it too much. And I have learned that you just gotta let it go and let it do its thing. Christine, I already started it. That's how I came up with Hummingbird House because the book came first. Then I was like, I should name the house Hummingbird House. And the story is about a little old lady who takes care of hummingbirds, and that through the years, the hummingbirds remember and they always come back to her. And then one day, the old lady isn't there to come to take care of them. And they're like, why is she? And then years pass, and then these little kids come to live at the house, and they start feeding the hummingbirds, and the hummingbirds come back, and oh my God, that's so funny. Anyways, if anybody steals my book idea, I'm going to lose it. Anyways, the book's already written. I just got to do illustrations and have extra. I have so many things on my plate. I've got to finish something, don't I? Yeah, I don't like formal gardens. I don't like hedges, actual hedges. I think they're very interesting, but not for me. How do you attract hummingbirds? I bought a feeder and the sun soaked up the sweet water and no birds came. You have to change the water out every 2 days, usually, especially in the summer because it'll ferment, and then your hummingbirds will be drunk. Which, might be fun for them. I don't know. So I change the sugar water every 2 days, and plant colorful things. You got to plant colorful flowers, red. They love the color red. Salvia, I think, is one of the plants that they love. But I don't have all of the hummingbird type flowers I didn't get to in time this year. And I just prayed, Lord, send the hummingbirds. And I put out feeders. And here they are. I have a whole family of them. There's one right there. I'm looking at him right now. Might be a female, actually. Sitting there. She's sitting there looking at me. Anyways, that's the best way. But do some research. I mean, it's very easy to find tips and tricks for hummingbirds. But just put the food out and make sure you're changing it every few days, especially if you're in the heat. Put it in the shade. I always put my hummingbird food on my porch, like where it's shaded to. It won't evaporate quite as quickly. Well, Suzanne, my cousin is an artist, and I already asked her to do it. Thank you. She's a beautiful artist, too. She does amazing work. So amazing. She's also painting murals in my home. Dana, if you're watching this, hello. Right? It's sad but sweet in the most heartbreaking way, right? Oh, I'll have zinnias. Okay, so I have zinnias. I have dahlias. I have bachelor buttons. I have whole place. Lacy Falcelia. So many flowers. And then all of my annuals, obviously. I have hollyhocks. I have gladiolas. A lot. I wrote them down in my. This is my journal. And I keep up with everything that I'm planning. I keep up with the weather. I keep up with the rainfall. And I write down just random things too, thoughts, feelings. There's pictures in here. You want to hear something funny? I'm going to tell you anyways. Nobody asked. I'm not one for vision boards. I think they're kind of silly. I did one. I didn't really know. I didn't call it a vision board. That's not what it was. I just made a collage of like inspiration for what I wanted to do with this year. Y'all want to see it? Hang on. Hold to you without showing you my entire diary. Here we go. Okay. Can you see that? Okay. I'll have to tell you what it is. So there is a picture of, let me put it in front of my face. Yeah. It's a picture of a girl on a horse. That happened. Picture of woman with her chickens, which already had chickens, but I'm much more chickeny. It's a picture of raised garden beds. It's a picture of a bookshelf. It's a picture of Claire Fraser. And a picture of a greenhouse. And a picture of her mom loving on her kids. My golly, every single one of those things is happening. Like, I just knew what I wanted from this year, and here it is. God gave me what I needed. Crazy, isn't it? Yeah, no need to dye the water. That is a human thing. We did that. I don't know why. They do not care if it is red. The color of the feeder can be red, but the water does not have to be red. Like, they will find it. I read that because I was like, why is there red food coloring? Nectar's not red. What is happening? Yeah, that's all. Humans decided it needed to be red. It does not. So you can buy it dye-free. You can make your own. My grandma used to make her own. Yes, Melissa. So the little mushrooms, got those at Walmart at the beginning of spring, like early, because I knew like they get cute stuff in before it's spring. And then everything cute is gone. So I got it a long time ago. It may be on the website still, though. It's just mushroom. Type in mushroom solar lights. Should pop up. Yes, absolutely. Anything with trumpets shaped flowers, hummingbirds love. Yes, I am. Love my horse. They're not mine, but I love them just the same as if they were. I was snuggling with Taco today. Taco's one of the ponies that I started on because hadn't been on a horse in quite some time, and he stuck his head out of his little stable today, and I was loving on him. And usually he says hi to me, and then he goes on and does whatever he wants. And today he was just like, he had his head right here and was just snuggling me, and he just sat there and let me love on him for 15 minutes. I was like, oh, I love you so much. I love the smell of horses too. Like every time we go, one of the kids is like, it stinks, and I'm like, smells amazing. Is that a horse girl thing? Is that a horse person thing that we love that stink? It doesn't stink to me. Sarah Moon, I love your name. How do you handle socializing with food, dinners, parties with your diet? I'm a very lucky individual in that I could give two rats patooties if anybody doesn't like that I'm not eating their food, right? Like, I just don't care. It's not a thing for me. And I don't make a thing of it. Like, I don't say I can't eat that. I just don't eat it. I bring a dish if I can. And if it's a dinner where it's a very sit down formal dinner, then I for sure will bring a dish. I'll ask first, like, can I bring something? Do you mind if I bring a dish? I'd love to help, whatever. I mean, hopefully if you're going to a dinner or a party, you're friends with the people and they will support you, but I know that's not always true. Eat before you go. And then just, you can make a full plate. And I realize not everyone has the mentality to do this. And I don't mean this in a bad way, but some people can't. But I make a plate that looks like a normal plate. And I just push things around that I don't want, but nobody can tell I'm not eating it. You know what I mean? If you don't want to stand out, if you're like, I don't want anybody to notice that there's only the beef on my plate, put something that you don't even like but is there, like sweet potato salad, casserole, sweet potato casserole. I hate that. But it would make my plate look normal and make other people more comfortable if I put that on my plate, and then I wouldn't eat it. But I don't care if anybody else is comfortable. But that's me. I realize not everybody can do that. So yeah, don't use honey to sweeten your nectar. Use granulated sugar. Hummingbirds, that is a proper hummingbird diet. It's okay. Rose of Sharon, I've heard that, Joanna, and I wanted to get some this year, but I never saw any, or I don't know why. The first trip I went to the garden center, I kind of had anxiety because not all of my beds were finished, and I was like, am I going to buy too much? And really, I should have bought more, but it's fine. It's a full garden now, and it looks beautiful. Bree, teach me your ways. Okay, so Bree says, I've been dedicated to attracting crows, and I've been successful. Next, I bought a bad house, going to that weird house on the street with crows and bats around, but oh well. I want to attract crows so bad. Please tell me your ways. So crows are really interesting animals, birds. They will bring you things. If they like you and you feed them and you give them treats, they'll bring you little treasure and they'll be your friend. My friend Kim Howerton, her boyfriend has ravens as his buddies, and they know him and they love him, and they will sit on his shoulder. Excuse me. All right. I love my chickens, but can you imagine a raven just chilling with me? That would be so cool. I love all God's creatures, but I don't know about the bat thing. I don't know about the bat thing. I do appreciate them, but we have plenty. We have bats everywhere. It is a horse person thing to love the smell. Okay, well, that's good. Hennessy? I don't know. There is a certain point where the HCG is like weird. But if you're concerned, go see your doctor. Always, especially if you're pregnant. Any suggestions to prevent UTIs? Eat low carb. UTIs are usually related to high insulin, high sugar, your autoimmune system reacting. I used to get them chronically, like monthly. And not just like I think I have a UTI. Like it was blatantly obvious that I had a UTI. And when I started keto all those years ago, I have not had one single UTI since. Bible. Not one. Isn't that crazy? I went from having one every month, severe. I had Azo in my purse 24/7. Is it Azo? You know, the cranberry tablets? 24/7. I didn't leave home without them because you never knew. I never knew when a UTI was going to pick back up and like leave me in immense pain. Not one single UTI, guys. Not a single one. That's just crazy to me. Like even now when I think about it, I'm like, that's wild because I had them so bad. What are your thoughts on aspirin and preeclampsia? It depends on what your risk factors are. I technically was at risk for that because I was 35 when I got pregnant with Bonnie, 36. Whatever. Older. And they wanted me on baby aspirin. And I was like, I don't have any risk factors. And they were like, well, you're over 35. And I was like, and now I'm not doing that. But if I was somebody who was overweight and unhealthy and eating a normal standard American diet and already had high blood pressure, yeah, for sure, take an aspirin. Take that aspirin. But for me, I was like, that's ridiculous. I'm not doing that. Yay, Eve. Saw her first hummingbird. You have a chicken named Raven. Y'all want to hear my chickens' names? Because we have ones that I can tell apart because before they were like all identical. I was just like chicken 1, chicken 2, chicken 3. So we have Easter, Ruby. Those are my two big girls. We have Maleficent, who is a Black Americana. We have Black Widow. Beckett named her. She is another Americana. Weeza. She is an Americana as well. She's gray. And she's named Weeza after the Steel Magnolias character who was mean, because she is mean. She is a mean chicken. I don't know what's wrong with her. She might be a rooster. I can't tell you. She's mean and evil, so I named her Weeza. Weeza! And then we have Cheep Cheep. And whoever turns out to be a rooster is getting named Hey Hey. And that's firm. And what if we don't have a rooster? I'll be so sad if we don't. I'll have to get one because we're going to try to let one of the hens go broody next year and see if she can make some baby chicks on her own. Because she tried to do that this year, but of course we didn't have a rooster, so they were going to hatch. But she wanted to have babies real bad, so I'm going to try to help her out with that next year. So yeah. The other ones I can't tell apart, so they don't have names. They're chicken 1, chicken 2, chicken 3 again. Oh, Amanda says roses. Rose of Sharon is easy to propagate. I love it. Propagation is just so interesting. I have a whole book that I bought about propagation. Speaking of books, I need to show you something. So after watching the Martha Stewart documentary on Netflix, I was like, God, she really was the first influencer, wasn't she? And she's just so good at gardening. She is a crazy woman. Okay, I don't like her. I don't think I'd ever want to be in the same room with her, ever. However, I went to Amazon to buy some of her books, and she has a new one, and it's beautiful. First of all, how gorgeous is that? I have my blur turned on, so you can't see the mess of my house. It's a beautiful book, but it's not just beautiful. It is really good. So it's called Martha Stewart's Garden Handbook, The Essential Guide to Designing, Planting, and Growing. And I've already read this entire thing. And I got it 2 days ago. It is maybe one of the best gardening books I've ever read, and I've read quite a few. And it's beautiful also. Like the inside of it is beautiful. It's a beautiful book to put on your coffee table, which I will be doing at the new house. So many coffee table books. Used to my coffee table books were designers. So they're over there. So I have like the Vogue coffee table book and the Tom Ford coffee table book. Now they're all Martha Stewart and gardening and interior design. Oh, well on my way to the 40s, which I think, I mean, I'm so looking forward to being in my 40s. So funny. Anyways, if you are someone who wants a good book that covers basically everything, and you don't mind buying a Martha Stewart book, it's really good. And it's so pretty. So pretty. Anyways, thought I'd mention that. Vero, do you recommend buying a whole half cow? Yes, absolutely. We do. If you can do it, definitely do it. She scares me, right? She's terrifying. I think The Devil Wears Prada was actually about Martha Stewart. Because, I mean, I know who the character is based off of, but she's not nearly as terrifying as Martha Stewart is. If you watch that interview or the documentary, watch it. Like, she's cuckoo. She's definitely a sociopath. Oh, and I might get sued. No, she's not. I can't say that kind of thing about her, I don't think. See? Terrified of her. I'm terrified. I love you, Martha. You're great. Okay, guys. Anything else you guys want to chat about? We got 10 minutes. I'm tired. I'm about ready to take a nap. How many people are on here? Because it won't tell me. Can you guys see? How many people are watching? There was something else I was going to tell you guys. Oh, we have a big announcement coming up. Hey, Finland. What's she doing in Finland? Why is my YouTube not working? Did it glitch? What's going on? I'm so confused. 249. Okay, perfect. All right. Oh, you guys are on top of things. I love that. Thank you. Okay, big announcement coming. I'm not pregnant. Oh, geez. I can't ever say that because people are like, you're pregnant. Never. It's never that. It's never that. But there is a big announcement coming up. So if you're not subscribed to this YouTube channel and you want to hear the big announcement, you better hit the subscribe channel, the subscribe button. Blah. It's a big, big, big thing. It's a big endeavor. It's a big undertaking. I'm not doing it by myself. I have a full team, but the next few months are going to be intense. But I will be sharing that with you guys soon. Tay, do you think vitamin A toxicity is a thing? You seem to recommend liver a lot. Yeah, I think it could be a thing if you eat certain kinds of liver, like polar bear liver is linked to that. Taking too many liver supplements could potentially do that. But if you're eating liver, there's no documented case of someone eating too much beef liver or calf liver or duck, chicken liver, and getting vitamin A toxicity. The only cases that have that linked to eating liver is a weird fish in Japan, I think, and polar bear. So you're probably not at risk. Yeah, don't worry about it. All right, my loves. Thank you guys for hanging out for me. Thanks for putting up with me for an hour. I love you. I mean it, and I'll see you later.